let's talk about the Grammy nominations this year. They were really shocking to me, like totally came out of left field. I live for the Grammys. That was my favorite thing growing up every year. Who was going to get nominated? Who was going to win the award? Growing up, I didn't even like the performances. I just liked when the person like got to accept their award. Like when they read the nominees and the cameras went to all the five people's faces and everyone was nervous and they wanted to beat each other. And then they read the name and one person like smiles and is cheering and the other people look like they thought they were about to win and then get let down. And it's this huge roller coaster of emotion. That was my favorite moment. So I love the Grammys. They've definitely been disgraced a lot by a lot of artists who just don't really respect them anymore. They've been going down in views. And I would argue that they are losing a bit of their prestige in the world of music. But the Grammys are definitely still something people vie for. And it's seen as kind of the peak of like outlaid you can get in the music world. So the Grammy nominations for Album of the Year, they upped the number to 8, as we know, for the last few years. Taylor Swift, Midnights. Miley Cyrus, Endless Summer Vacation. Olivia Rodrigo, Guts. SZA, SOS. Lana Del Rey, Did You Know There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard. John Batiste, World Music Radio. Janelle Monáe, The Age of Pleasure. And Boy Genius, The Record. It's interesting to me that Boy Genius is a group of 3 women and they named their album The Record. And then the Jonas Brothers just came out with an album this year and they're 3 men and they named their album The Album. Where has the creativity gone? Where has the creativity gone? That's what I'm curious about. But like give us a better album title. Why would someone want to name their album The Album? Did this album mean nothing to you? Is it just a contractual obligation? Like your record label's like, I want an album or I want a record. They're like, here's the album. Here's the record. The Jonas Brothers were snubbed. They got 0 nominations this whole year. That's okay. They were also snubbed in like their personal lives and their whole lives are kind of like crashing down right now. So sucks to be the Jonas Brothers. I'm so sorry for you guys. So who do I think will win? Who do I think will win? Album of the Year? I will say I think Midnights has a chance. I think SZA is probably the best contender in terms of like chart success. Out of all the 8 nominations, SZA was the #1 most successful in maintaining the #1 spot and moving the album sales in a more authentic way. Like, of course, Midnight's outsold with the vinyls and everything, but SZA's album really took over the whole year. The only thing that's stopping me from thinking that SZA will win is that I'm not sure the Grammys will appreciate some of the vulgarity of the album. They usually don't love over sexualization in albums, things of that nature. That's why last year I predicted correctly that everyone thought Renaissance would win. I knew it wouldn't win. It never really was a question in my mind that Renaissance was not going to win. So while everyone was surprised and there was an uproar, expected it. I predicted correctly Harry Styles would win just because he had all the makings of like the album of the year when it came to the big hits and it came to the emotional appeals and sort of public statements on the record. Like they want something that is very impactful and emotional. And I would say SZA's was that. Like she had those ballad moments like Nobody Gets Me, but also in Nobody Gets Me, sure she's singing in the back of a violin and piano, but she's saying lyrics like we was balls deep, now we don't talk and stuff. Like she just expresses herself in that very fun way, but I don't know if lyrics like we was balls deep, now we beefing are gonna win her album of the year, but I think everyone's kind of expecting her to win. So I'll put it between my Taylor and SZA. I don't think Olivia stands a chance this year, unfortunately. Miley Cyrus definitely does not stand a chance. I was so surprised she even got the nomination because Flowers, to me, outshined the whole rest of the album. Why do I feel like I was the only one who listened to the whole album? No one can probably name one other song on that album. You didn't name another song, did you? So good for her for getting the nomination. She's actually never won a Grammy, ever. Miley Cyrus has never won a Grammy. So I don't think she'll win album, but I think she will win one this year. That's all I'm going to say about album of the year. The only year I was wrong in predicting who would win was when John Batiste won. He's nominated again. So I'll give his whole album a listen before I make my decision this time. But I don't know. I love John Batiste. Like, good for him. But no one was really expecting him to win. So record of the year, Now, Record of the Year is probably the biggest award a single song can win. So, Record of the Year is nominees are Billie Eilish, What Was I Made For, Boy Genius, Not Strong Enough, John Batiste, Worship, Miley Cyrus, Flowers, Olivia Rodrigo, Vampire, SZA, Kill Bill, Taylor Swift, Antihero, and Victoria Monet, On My Mama. Can you believe Victoria Monet was nominated? I was thrilled. I was so happy. It's like seeing your friend that you've seen like be the bridesmaid like 30 times, like finally get the wedding, like finally get the nomination herself. Because Victoria Monet has gotten so many people Grammys. Victoria Monet has written half of Ariana Grande's discography. She's won multiple Grammys. She's gotten who is it? Who is it? Who is it? I forgot who else she worked with. It was like another young pop star. Beyonce. Has she written for Beyonce? I forgot who else Victoria Monet has written for, but there was one other person who she wrote multiple songs for that got them Grammys. So good for Victoria Monet. I feel like her songs have been on like the slowest like sleeper hit rise throughout the last few years. Jaguar, that whole album was so good, and now she has the first time I heard On My Mama and she said the line, "'Cause I'm deep in my bag like a grandma with a peppermint." I was like, oh my fucking God. It just felt different. It just felt like the song was different for her. So I'm so happy she's nominated. I love her. She makes all my pop girls better. She's incredible. And the industry, like, I feel like there's been this void for someone just like her for so many years. Like, I'm talking about like a singer, like extremely good songwriter, extremely good singer, extremely good, just like creator of the vibes, you know? Like, and dancer too. Like, she's just everything. So why hasn't she gotten this success before? It was slightly shocking that she had the second most nominations this year behind SZA because like I feel like the general public, like Victoria Monet isn't a household name, but hopefully she will be this year because she fucking deserves it. Do I think she'll win for Record of the Year? No, I do not. Unfortunately, I don't. The person I think should win Record of the Year is Flowers by Miley Cyrus. Totally took over the year. And I like that that song was debuted on New Year's Eve last year. So it was like all of 2023, we were listening to that song. So it was really the song of the year. And then Billie Eilish, What Was I Made For? I think those both have excellent chances to win. SZA said she doesn't even like Kill Bill. So I don't feel bad about saying she won't win for Record of the Year. But yeah, I love all the people nominated. I'm excited to see. Record of the Year usually goes as planned. Like that one never really surprises me. The person who wins, it's usually according to like something that makes sense. Last year, Lizzo won it for About Damn Time. She was my second pick. I thought Harry would win it for As It Was, but she was my number 2. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. A little surprising, but I mean, she's gotten like canceled off the face of the earth, but I know she'll come back because I love Lizzo and I don't support the cancellation of her. One that really surprises me every year with the winner is Song of the Year. Remember last year when everyone was like, is it going to be Beyonce, Taylor Swift, or Adele? Like the holy trinity of songwriting excellence was up for the award, and Bonnie Raitt won. Good for Bonnie Raitt. She's like a country artist. And yes, country music is known for like its storytelling, and that is definitely going to help you win a songwriter's award because Song of the Year is a songwriter's award. It's not about the vibe and the singer and the vocals. It's about the lyrics it's about the pen to the paper. Something a lot of people wouldn't know about in this industry, but just wouldn't tell you until they expose their ghostwriters and they wish it was scrapped. Anyway, Song of the Year nominees A&W by Lana Del Rey. I was so surprised by that. I was like, okay, secured the nomination, American Horror. Damn, I just didn't expect that to get in Song of the Year nomination. Chimmy Coco. I don't know. I'm not the biggest like Lana fan, but I'm sure the gays like threw a pride parade after that got the nomination because every time I would go to the club, that song was playing. Lana said on Twitter this year, she posted like a 2-minute video after her nominations that she didn't know you had to submit your songs for consideration at the Grammys. Like she didn't know that you yourself had to submit your nominations. She thought you would just like get nominated if they heard your song and they liked it. So that may explain the lack of nominations for her in the past. But good for her. She figured out that she had to submit her songs for the win. That reminds me of like when my dad was like, I didn't know I had to sign you up for high school. And like multiple years, I would be like kicked out of class because on the first day of school, because my dad didn't like sign me up. So yeah, you have to sign yourself up for these things, folks. Anti-Hero, Taylor Swift, Butterfly, John Batiste, Dance the Night, Dua Lipa, Flowers, Miley Cyrus, Kill Bill, Vampire, What Was I Made For? Well, I don't get why Dance the Night is up for a Songwriters Award. The first time I heard that song, and actually every time I heard that song, I was astounded by the lack of depth in those lyrics. Those lyrics make no sense. Like, not at all. Like, we've heard a song like that 70,000 billion times. It actually confused me why Dance the Night was a hit at all. Like, Dua Lipa, something in her Dula Peep Ussy really just shines and sparkles on tracks because anything she does turns to gold. She has a Midas touch. So good for Dua Lipa. Her new song Houdini, by the way. Do you guys like it? It's a bop. I like it. It's giving very it's like it sounds like future nostalgia, but I can also tell it's like the bridge to her new era that she said is more like psychedelic. So I love Dua's new song Houdini. Way better than Dance the Night, but I guess those lyrics really touched the Grammy Recording Academy. Okay. I think Vampire has a chance. It's very well written. But overall, I think the winner should be Taylor Swift for Anti-Hero. Like, who writes a song that says, did you hear my covert narcissism? I disguise as altruism, like some kind of congressman. Or I have a dream, my daughter-in-law will kill me for the money. Like, and it's still a easily digestible pop radio hit. She just makes masterful songwriting look easy. Can you believe the songwriter of our generation has never won Song of the Year? Ever? She's never won that award? Insane to me. She was up for it last year for All Too Well 10-minute version and she lost. I thought that was like her magnum opus. So I was like, damn, she'll never win. But Anti-Hero, I could definitely see winning. Good for all the nominees. I predict Anti-Hero to win for that. Let's talk about some of the snubs. So things that were snubbed for Album of the Year were the Barbie soundtrack. I was just so surprised by that because I previously thought that album might win Album of the Year because it truly had all the makings of like the rubric that I feel like the Grammy Recording Academy like grades off of for the Album of the Year. And then 4 of the songs were nominated for Best Song Written for a Movie out of 5. So they dominated the whole category, but they don't get the Album of the Year nomination. Very confusing for me. The Grammys just hate fun, I guess. Ryan Gosling got a nomination as well for I'm Just Ken. But apparently the Barbie soundtrack was not enough for an Album of the Year nomination. Songs that were snubbed completely: Paint the Town Red by Doja Cat. 0 Grammys. They have to be capping. You just cap so hard. You're capping right now. It will continue to be lonely in her mansion because she'll have no Grammys to put up there. Shakira, her song, the BZRP 53 song, that was basically just like the best diss track to an ex of all time. Like, she shitted on him so fucking hard. And anytime that song was performed live, I've never seen a crowd possessed so much because they loved chanting every single word. I don't even speak Spanish and I know what she's saying in that song. So it's just so good. Like, that's truly like a global smash hit because you don't have to speak Spanish to know exactly what she's saying. Like you just know the words because she's name dropping. She's like, it's so fucking good. So I don't really know why that wasn't nominated. I'm actually so pissed about that. That's probably the maddest I am about all of these. Boy's a Liar Part 2 wasn't nominated. I'm mad about that too. Again, super impactful. Like, those 2 young gals gave us everything these veterans couldn't. So I think they're just mad. And again, the Grammys hate fun. Die For You by The Weeknd and Ariana Grande. Another #1 hit, was totally snubbed. The Weeknd will never submit his songs for Grammy nominations ever again, though. So maybe they would have been nominated if The Weeknd didn't hate the Grammys. But I love a petty bitch who sticks by his grudge. So good for The Weeknd for not submitting himself. I actually think that's cool as fuck. And Ariana Grande, she doesn't care. She doesn't want a Grammy. She already has 2. That's enough for her. She wouldn't even go to the award show if she won. Maybe Frankie Grande could accept it on her behalf, or Toulouse, because she just doesn't like showing up to award shows. So they don't care. Also, I Got It Bad by Addison Rae. What the fuck? That is such a bomb. Now left my gym playlist all year, and I'm not even kidding. For Song of the Year, I feel like the snubs, like, Song of the Year is like a songwriter's award. I feel like the snubs should be like Pound Town, My Coochie Pink, My Booty Hole Brown. Like, how did that not impress the Grammy Academy? Ski should have also been nominated. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, Best New Artist Award. Here are the nominees: Coco Jones, Gracie Abrams, Fred Again, Ice Spice, Jelly Roll, Noah Khan, Victoria Monet, and the Warren Treaty. So I actually know more of these people than I thought I did. I was invited to a Fred Again show last week, but I couldn't go. I was so upset. But like everyone's talks about him. Coco Jones, I see you, Coco Jones, Gracie Abrams, I see you, Gracie Abrams. A few of these people I don't see. When I posted about this on TikTok, everyone said that Jelly Roll should win. I don't know who Jelly Roll is. I don't know. But you know, I don't mean to sound ridiculous, but if I saw Jelly Roll walking down the street, I wouldn't know a thing. So good for Jelly Roll, but I think everyone thinks Ice Spice will win that. To me, the only person who is giving her real competition is Victoria Monet. Snubbed from that category, Renee Rapp, in my opinion. I was kind of shocked she was not up there because she's getting the biggest push this year, but it's just not really paying off for her. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up, but to see my opinions on the pop categories, go to my TikTok, Petty Pop Culture. I also put it on YouTube and Instagram. But any more snubs for the Grammys are Selena Gomez for Calm Down, featuring, well, it's Rema featuring Selena Gomez. I'm upset for Rema. I think he deserves it, but I'm happy Selena Gomez will remain Grammy-less. And that's that on that. She should remain Grammy-less. Melanie Martinez snubbed. They probably didn't want her to show up in that outfit that she always wears. Ava Max, I'm livid about that. She should have got a dance recording nomination, but she didn't for Diamonds and Dance Floors. And now life has lost all of its meaning for the last time. And I don't know, you know when you love an album so much and you like promote it to all your friends and like on your Instagram and on your TikTok, like you feel you have a stake in that album and you're partially responsible for its success. That's how I feel with Ava Max. So the fact that she's not nominated, I'm pissed. Kim Petras snubbed, and this is really her year, so I'm mad about that. Sam Smith, their album was so good. Are you kidding? I'm pretty sure I've talked about how much I love I'm Not Here to Make Friends by Sam Smith multiple times on this podcast. So mad. Snooze by SZA, snubbed. No solo BTS members. Aren't they in the army though? So, oh my God. Isn't their fan base called the army? Now they're in the army. That's crazy. Morgan Wallen. I've never heard of her, but she's been snubbed. And the Jonas Sisters, again, they were snubbed for everything. So I predicted those 4. And if I get more than half of them wrong, I will shave my head live on this podcast. You just watched a clip from my podcast and from my YouTube channel. If you want to see more amazing pop culture content or the full-length podcast on the day it drops, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Petty Pop Culture. Leave a like, leave a comment, helps the algorithm so much. And I appreciate and adore all my students, so make sure to enroll here at Pop Culture University.